guys, I'm Mike Hauser, and I'm here with RestoreMasters at Praying Hands Ranch, which is now Affinity Ranch after they have blended through with Promise Ranch Therapies out in Castle Rock. We're here today because this particular property was slammed with 1.5 to 2 inch hail multiple times last summer. They had a couple of problems with their adjuster. Now we're getting ready to fix them up. Come on with me and we'll take a look at the rest of the project. So here we are on the back side of the property. What they do here is horse therapy. So they allow folks with any kind of trauma, sometimes doing physical rehabilitation, even special needs children. What they do is they give them a chance to get out, ride with horses. It seems to do all kinds of wonders for the mind and the body. The soothing movement of the horse can help heal the body, and also the bond with another animal can help them work through trauma. I was really excited to work with these guys because, first off, I had volunteered with these folks when I was very young, and they were in some dire straits. So when I said they had some issues with their claim, they'd been denied 3 times in a row for multiple storms that have hit it. And all this metal behind me, they said it was nothing but cosmetic damage. Yet, horses inside of that arena over there had water pouring in on their heads. Not only water, all the draped insulation was breaking down and falling into stalls. I don't know about you, I don't think that characterizes cosmetic damage. So, this wonderful place is getting fixed. And we'll go through the materials that we're going to be chucking on this roof here in a second. Most of these buildings are metal buildings, all designed as a single system, all put together with 24 gauge steel on top of them. Now, we're thinking this was 26 gauge because it got beat up pretty well. We're going back to 26 as well. It's lighter, easier to work with, and it's gonna fix their problems, keeps everything tight. Now we're also gonna go back in, put some more insulation in, drape it back below, make sure that everything that was damaged in the storm gets put back to pre-loss condition. Now, the wonderful part about this property is that because they do support more vulnerable people, you can't really screw up their schedules. We can't be building in the day. We can't be banging and clanging around with people who have traumatic experiences. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna build this at night. We're gonna go through from 7 at night to 7 in the morning, screwing metal into this beautiful building, making it whole again. If you have any problems, anything with a standard build, RestoreMasters can work around it and make sure that your business is unaffected while your buildings are put back to pre-loss condition better than they were before. So not only do we have 3 big metal buildings that have their own complications, we also have a whole bunch of horse exterior structures. We got a house on the property and a couple of garden sheds, all of which are shingle. Which, bet you money if that metal's damaged, these shingles are torn apart. So we'll be taking off what we can and fixing as many of these roofs as they allow us to. So, should only take us a week to get this one done. It's gonna be a good week for the horses. Keep them nice and dry. All right, so as you guys can see, it is night, but it is certainly bright. That's the beauty of a RestoreMasters night build. So we've started to tear off now. These boys are taking the panels off and they're ripping out all this soaked and saturated, nasty insulation. Take a look inside of this, whole real dark, real nasty, not what you want. So we're getting ready to start this build up. You can see we've got all the safety set up. Safety down here, making sure that we got all the flags set up so nobody has to be tied up on this lower section. Up here, all these boys are tied off. Make sure we get all of our safety run done correctly. This project's gonna take a little bit of time. It's a big one. We got a lot of different buildings, a lot of different systems, a lot of different ways we gotta work. So we're looking at anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks, weather dependent. That's still pretty quick for a project like this. And these boys, they know how to move quick. So hopefully, by the end of next month, they're gonna have a whole bunch of brand new, beautiful, hunter green champion metal sitting on top of this beautiful property. Hey guys, we're able to get this project done in the course of a couple of weeks and get them whole, get them back to being able to serve their clients without worrying about water coming on their heads. Look at all that nice, dark, wonderful trim we've got set up there. That's the rest of the roof. Everything's been completed, and we're going to pop inside and have a conversation with Alicia and Shannon, two of the most important directors of this organization. We're here with two of the most important people on staff.
I'm Shannon. So I actually came to the ranch originally as a parent, just as clients, and kind of fell in love with everything that they had to offer and the growth that we saw in our own children. And so when an opportunity presented itself to join professionally, I kind of jumped at it, and I'm proud to represent Affinity Ranch now as the executive director.
I'm Alicia. I'm president of the board here at Affinity Ranch, and we help kind of create community outreach and awareness to help the community with the neurodivergent population so they can benefit from all the animals and activities we do here.
So first things first, how did you guys get involved with us?
So there was some significant hailstorms that came through the area, and we had several people come through our door, and one day RestoreMasters walked through, said a nice introduction, handed us their card, and kind of really talked with us about our actual needs, and wasn't as intimidating or approaching us like the other people out there. So it was a very well-respected encounter, and through the positive communication, we'd make our decision.
So all in all, how do you guys feel your experience has been with us? You enjoyed your journey?
I would say that the communication between RestoreMasters has been phenomenal. I've worked with other contractors in the past and have not had that communication. You were able to set up a good text thread, chat line. The phone calls were expected. They were met. The timeline was, very accommodating as well as efficient. And so it's been a very pleasant experience all around.
Also, it was incredible to us to have you guys work so diligently to not interrupt our operations, which was so important to us. We have all these clients that really need their weekly therapy. And so for them to be able to come out and continue to get therapy and have your crews here overnight, prepping everything and making sure that we were ready for work the next day was incredibly important to us and so much appreciated.
And so I would definitely recommend you guys to anybody based on, again, ease of communication, the flexibility and scheduling, and you guys did a great job of following your timeline. So it was a smooth process.
Well, thank you guys. It's been wonderful speaking with you, hearing your story, getting you guys out there and talking about how we were able to help you out. So hopefully you don't have to do this in the future, but if you ever do, we'll always be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so here we are, back up on top. We are finished with the build. What we have done is a full tear off and roof replacement. And so you can see we came back with a very similar system what they had. They had an old R-panel system, standard draped insulation underneath, old metal barn. Put the exact same thing on, just a little bit better, held tight together. We got a new roof, everything's pretty. I'd love to go into more detail than that, but that's the final line. They needed a new roof, we got them a new roof, and this thing looks gorgeous. Well guys, that's pretty much the story here. We've got their roofs taken care of a whole bunch of these sheds. And now this crew and all these volunteers can, just like Percy here, stay focused on the horses and their clients instead of the water coming in from top of their buildings. We'll see you guys next time, and we got another build.